think this is gonna be my brand new Harbor Freight 20-ton floor press is quickly becoming consumed by my junk. Let's save this brand new tool from its demise, get it out of the box, and put it to use. I want to see if it's a piece of junk or if you should buy it too. It's the age-old question. Do I have too much stuff? Or do I need more space? The answer is always more space. Okay, that's box 3 of 3. Box 2 of 2, box 1 of 1. I guess, I mean it would have to be, right? My usual disclaimers. I'm not getting paid for this. I didn't get a free one. Harbor Freight has no idea who I am or that I'm doing this, and I just so happen to be in the market for a floor press. And it seems like everywhere you look online, or even at a store in person, floor presses are either the tiny ones that go on a tabletop, or if they are an actual full, size floor press, it seems like they're all just really cheap, obvious pieces of junk, or they're the extreme high end, which most people are not going to be. Sorry, I had an itch that I had to scratch. Most people aren't going to be buying $1,200 floor presses. Ooh, man, you could use this to level a mobile home. But to get to my point, it seems like when it comes to floor presses that are actually, decent size, 12 ton or 20 ton, which is what Harbor Freight offers, it seems like price-wise and quality-wise as far as reviews goes, and, zooming in on the pictures or looking at the display in person, it seems like they got the floor press market cornered. You know what I mean? When you want a floor press and you don't want a tiny piece of junk that's clearly a piece of junk, and you're not going to spend $600,000, $700,000, $800,000, $900,000 or more, Harbor Freight seems to appears to be the place to get one. That's the part of the market I'm talking about with floor presses that they seem to have cornered. But you know what they say, all roads lead to Harbor Freight. Got some booger welds right off the bat, but what do you expect, I'm not saying that there's an issue with that or that they're not any good. They're just not, they just weren't going for the wow factor on the aesthetics. Ooh, who inspected it? Okay, well that's a date that we will never know how to decipher that. Oh yeah, this is the size box you want with your name on it on Christmas morning. The big boy. That big hole in the box, that's me. I did that. I later on the gooseneck. Another disclaimer. This is not a how-to video. I don't do how-to videos. I don't need that kind of liability. I'm like a backhoe. I'm really good at a lot of things, but I'm not really a master at any one. So I'm just a guy showing folks what's going on around here at Freeman's garage, and this looks pretty good. With this video, I'm hoping to just entertain you if you like watching a weird guy do weird things in his garage, or just help you out in case you're in the market for one of these. You can see my experience, and maybe that'll help your experience be better. classic safety instructions. Ridiculous. Ooh, these are some heavy duty ties that zip. If I can save and reuse these heavy duty zip ties, that would be fan-damn-tastic. Ah! Got it. I feel like we just cheated the system. Alright, come here, sweetheart. Yeah, she's got some weight to her. Ooh, these welds look way better up here. I think this is gonna be... Oh, yeah. Be careful there, buddy. More safety stuff. Basically says don't put your hand in there. But because they had to make the sticker, you know somebody's done it. Alright, I'm going to read the assembly instructions off camera. And then I'm going to assemble the press on camera and pretend that I did it without reading these. And while I'm doing that, you could read the warranty if you'd like. It's kind of funny how they got these guys set up like this in this diagram, but then in this image, they're the opposite. They're flipped around. It's just one of those things that doesn't matter. You do whatever you want, however you want. I'm doing it this way. How would you do it? Comment below. Actually, you know what? I think I just ran into something that could be a topic of debate. So for the bolts that secure the feet to the frame of the press, they give you one flat washer for each. Now, which side should you put it on? On the bolt side or the nut side? In this case, I think what I'm going to do is take these out and move the flat washer to the bolt side. And that's because the nut and the bolt, they are the same size, but the frame of the press is a lot thicker, a lot heavier material than the feet. So I'll put the flat washer on the bolt side where the thinner material is. There the washers are swapped over. Originally, at first, I did put them on the nut side just to protect the finish when we tighten them up. What's right? What's wrong? I don't know. You guys fight that out in the comments. I'm staying out of it. Well, no, don't fight. Love one another. Love your brother. Naturally, the hardware is metric. I'm sure it is. That's probably 19 millimeter. But this is America. So we're just gonna get away with using a 3/4. We're not using that metric stuff. Wait, I use metric stuff all the time. I own motorcycles with Japanese engines in them. Really, this is just an excuse to use this wrench that I found on the Titanic. Alright, we're real close to testing this thing out. Okay, we got 2 bolts left. I'm guessing they go in these holes. Ooh, we got another washer debate here. The material's the same thickness on both sides. So, should the flat washer go on the bolt side or the nut side? What are we gonna do? We're going nut side. Why? Because I'm an outlaw. Okay, and I think our big springs are gonna hang off the bolts that we just put in? Or are they not? I think it's probably pretty clear to you right now that I actually didn't read the assembly instructions. We're looking up towards the ceiling here. The spring's gotta go in there and hook onto the bolts. You know what I mean? But they're not doing it. Now that's a mystery. What movie is that from? Richard? On. Great, now we've reached the point where this simple task is turning into everything falling apart. Oh, okay. Well, now that is, it's weird to think how, you would think you could get it. All right, come look at this. That makes so much sense now. But do we want our hooks facing inboard? You know, the hook on our spring here? Or do we want it facing outboard? It's gotta go inboard. Like an eagle, globe, and anchor. Always inboard. Oh yeah. Now we're getting serious. We're getting down to the nitty-gritty dirt band. Before you know it, we'll be pressing things and bending things and breaking things. This is pretty much this is a tool that can give you great satisfaction, and I'm sure when you screw things up, it brings pain as well. So once you break something or bend something too far with a press, you know, sometimes you can't go back. So, shop press, floor press, a blessing and a curse. Tell you what I don't like. I don't like the washers here. Now, in the packaging, the washers were on these bolts and the nuts were threaded on. So that's why I assume that they wanted them to go with these bolts. But there's no washers for these. You see what I mean? That's not good. So let's move the washers down here. All right, let's get the big press apron on and the arbor plates. Well, don't do that. I had the hooks tightened too much. One of the many things that I could just delete and you'd never know it ever happened. But this is reality. We're about to test this puppy out and we will find out if we need to bleed the ram or not. If there's any air trapped in there, we'll have to bleed it. All right, let's press something. But first I want to tighten up the nuts under here a little bit. I want a little bit more thread showing. All right, that's better. That looks a lot safer. I can tell you right now, before even using this, I'm glad that I got the bigger one, 20 ton. Always go bigger. All right, what should we press? Oh, I know what we should press. Be right back. This is a control arm for the 1956 Chevy that we're building on the Freeman's Garage channel. And I actually injured myself trying to get this new bushing in here. It just has to go a little bit more. Let's see if this press can make easy work out of it. Okay, we're gonna have to lower it. I recommend not setting the heavy arbor plates up here while you adjust the press apron. Down here, jiggling and banging all this around, that injury would not be cheap. Oh yeah. It was definitely a wise decision to get the 20-ton press and not the 12, because we really needed as much space here as possible. The 12-ton has a smaller working area. Actually, we'll turn everything this way, so that way you'll be able to see everything I'm doing here. Got a piece of angle iron here to use as a brace, so that we don't crush this control arm. And then I'm going to stick a socket in here so that we don't crush this. I'm crushing your head. I'm crushing your head. I know this may seem, as they say in Canada, janky, but it works. So all we're trying to do is close that gap. I actually need to put you to work. This is like holding the flashlight for your dad, okay? Watch this, and if it starts crushing anywhere, here, anywhere, yeah, or I guess if this starts tilting and looks like it's gonna explode and blow my face off, say something. Well, things are moving, aren't they? But are they moving how we want them to? That is the question. I just painted that control arm. Off camera, I just watched that in slow motion a number of times. I cannot see how that happened or what exactly what even happened there. I don't know. If you can figure that out, let me know. That's another thing I could delete and you'd never even know that it happened. But this is reality, and you never know. If the right person sees this, they can learn what not to do, and it could save them from having to go through facial reconstruction surgery. And on that note, comment, like, subscribe. Man, these birds are just